It's all good. I don't really want to spend too much time lingering on this crown jewel shit. The other thing I did want to mention, though, is that in terms of the world title for the women,
Robert's favorite subject.
We got a new champion, Stephanie Becker, who defeated Io Sky at WrestlePalooza, right? So Robert said it was his favorite match of the night. Thought it was a banger.
That's good.
But in terms of this world title thing, this was a title vacated by Naomi. So they had a lot of things going on leading into this match with Io Sky, who they have very much respect for each other after it ended. They had a fair match, but there was a point where maybe it seemed like Asuka might get involved because she has been jealous of Io being friendly with everybody in the locker room, with Rhea, with Stephanie, with Nikki, Bella. So they kind of got that out of their system before the Io Sky match, though. So the Io Sky match went off without any interference or anything, so that turned out to be like a totally fair and square match. But all that stuff about Asuka being jealous of Io, I don't know if you've been following that, Robert, that Asuka is just kind of crazy. She doesn't want Io having friends other than her, and they're not even in Damage Control anymore. Were they even together in Damage Control for that long? Like, how close of friends were they? You know what I mean? These are questions I have. But Stephanie, she's going to have to deal with Rhea Ripley and whoever's going to come challenge her. But I do want to talk about Asuka more because the Asuka thing is more interesting. So it finally came to a head this past Monday, and Rhea Ripley, who's been respectful to Io, because Io asked her, don't fight with Asuka, she's my friend, even though Asuka's just being fucking crazy and angry at everybody and jealous and weird. Io even asked her, don't have this match. Like she asked her, hey, can you back out of this match? And Rhea's like, no. So they had the match. I thought there was a moment here where Io might join Asuka. There was a moment where they like hugged it out and they were crying. And I thought maybe Io will just go back with Damage Control and attack Rhea. But no, it turned out that Asuka attacked Io. And Asuka has gone full mental and batshit. And she sprayed Rhea Ripley in the face. That's as up to date as we are with that. So this is a few weeks of stuff. I've been very annoyed with Asuka's personality. I don't know what's up her ass. Why she's so jealous and of this whole thing with Io. But all right, let's get some thoughts on how this whole thing turned out. Let's talk to Robert first. Robert, what do you think of any of this?
Okay, well, if we're just talking about this previous episode of Raw alone, then that wasn't too bad. But the build up to this, oh gosh, if we were still giving thumbs up, thumbs down ratings, I would give this a thumbs down. Yeah, man, I don't know. I wasn't digging it at all.
Do you think Io did the right thing, or that she should have joined Damage Control and reunited with them?
Ooh. Wow, good question. Because I think at this point she's so like beloved by the fans. I don't think I would have turned her heel at that point.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I would have kept her face.
She could be loved, or she could have walked out of WrestlePalooza with the world title, with Damage Control by her side. But okay,
Sure, but I don't know. I wasn't digging the build up to what happened on Raw. The match between Io and Rhea was cool, and then what happened at the end, the way it played out was fine. But everything, all those other episodes of Raw leading up to this, good grief, man, it was tough to watch.
yeah, Asuka was very annoying to me. But Vlad, you got any thoughts on this whole thing? How this went down?
Yeah, not a lot of thoughts. Just when I see Asuka, I just whenever I see her on screen, no matter who she's in there with, I usually forward because I really can't stand anything that she does. Honestly, the character to me is outrageously stupid. The whole jiving and moving the way that she does is just someone that is just an idiot. Someone that's clearly a goddamn moron. You know. So no.
Hey, well, listen. If you think that about Asuka, what do you think about Kairi Sane and how she hangs out?
Oh.
Well,
hold on. I gotta find it over here. Here's Kairi over here.
Yeah, I know which one she is. Yeah, yeah. I don't think much of her either. Let's just put it that way.
Why is she hanging out with Asuka? Asuka's like acting very inappropriately. You know, there's supposed to be a little community, little tight-knit community in WWE.
And Kabuki Warriors, right?
She's just very apologetic for her and just like, I'm sorry. And she's crying. She's like crying watching her act like this. And yet they
Yeah, I don't.
But the way Kyrie acts when Asuka yells at her, I'm like, come on, man, that's a little too over the top.
Yeah, it was all pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. But I will say yes. Finally, when they did the official heel turn where she sprayed the mist, that was all right. I wouldn't say it's worth the weeks of agony that they put people through as far as watching this crap, because it was really bad. Like the acting was bad, the storyline was bad, everything about this was bad.
I mean, because it was like high school drama
Yeah,
crap. It was
it's like
really,
a lot of. It kind of reminded me of some AEW stuff. Like, oh, are we best friends? Are we friends? Are we not friends? Who's your friend? Why are you hanging out with this guy?
Well, why I want to know why Io is defending Asuka and saying, "Oh, don't fight with," telling Rhea, "Don't fight with her. She's my friend. She's a good person." She's not a good person.
Because
She's
they go back a
acting-
long way. Japan, man.
Okay, I don't know their history in Japan.
Well, I'm
I only
assuming
know-
they go back the long way. I don't know either.
I didn't know that, Robert. I didn't know if Io Sky was actually involved with the Kabuki Warriors at all. If they were, that's news to me.
I'm sure they were.
I don't remember exact details, but yes, they have some history.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have had to, but
Okay, I will look that up separately and I'll update my knowledge on that. I got some rejected story angles that didn't make it to headlines. What would you think of if I showed you this picture?
Robert, do you want to start with what do you think of when you see?
No yeet. I'm thinking.
This was a spin-off of something we were talking about earlier with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and they had a four-way at Clash in Paris, and these were the other two guys in that match, and these guys kind of spun off into their own feud. They're sort of feuding with the Vision, but they kind of can't stand each other either. And then there's another aspect to this, which is this. What was I thought was going to be a very happy reunion between the Usos, but turns out to be some drama, and it ended up being a loss to the Vision at WrestlePalooza. So, all right. So, do you have any thoughts on LA Knight and Jey Uso being at each other's throats for the past few weeks? Vlad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with Jay, you gotta do something with him because I think you gotta turn him heel, honestly, because I think even though he still gets a good reaction, his work and the character just are not really going anywhere. Nothing's really happening. I think you gotta kind of change it up, and I think that's kind of the direction they're going based on what I'm seeing. Like they're kind of slowly building where he goes completely
he
heel.
did attack LA Knight for
Correct.
really no good reason.
I don't think he's completely.
I thought that was actually like the beginning of a heel turn, but it didn't really.
I mean, I don't know if it's completely a heel turn yet. I think they're teasing it for now. Like they're not completely saying he's gone full-fledged heel. I think that's the direction that it has to go because, yes, the character's still getting a good reaction when he comes out there. But like, first of all, his in-ring work is not great. To be honest, he does a lot of stuff that just looks stupid out there. I mean, I've said it in the past. He's just not. I know his name is main event, but in reality, he's not really a main event guy. I've never seen him that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, he's very serviceable, but just not as a top guy. And not everybody can be a top guy, and not everybody should be put in the top because not everybody is.
Well, I tell you who would be a top guy if people would stop fucking with his matches, like CM Punk.
Oh.
Yeah, no, CM Punk fucked with one of his matches, right? He had a world title match, and CM Punk ruined it for him. And
okay.
Right? So, people just keep getting into his way. Like, when will LA Knight just have a chance to just have a free, honest title match? I think he could come through, but that's just my opinion.
You want LA Knight to be the champion?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Robert, you agree with this as well, or is this...
So, well, sure. I feel like it'll be a little late. They could have put the title on him sooner when he had a lot more.
Hot. He was hot
when he was a lot hotter. But still better if it happens now. I would say
better than Cody, who was not even there, right? Fucking on vacation for a month. Like, give it to LA Knight for a month, for fuck's sake. Spice up the shows a little bit. Sorry, Robert, I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. I don't see LA Knight as like a long-term champion. Like, I don't think he would hold on to the title for a year, for example. But yeah, I mean, put it on him for a few months. Why not?
All right. Let's run through some more headlines here. We did kind of mention this earlier. Sami Zayn is the new U.S. champion. So he's been having a U.S. Championship Open Challenge Series, kind of like Max Caster, but he
exactly like
has been he's been doing well though. Like
the best wrestler alive.
yeah. But yeah, he's been surviving. So he's been having some decent matches. I think he fought Dragon Lee and Carmelo Hayes, something like that. But anyways, Damian Priest and Aleister Black. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about this.
I haven't really paid attention to this feud, so I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm indifferent. I'm pretty indifferent about it.
Yeah.
It is just shocking to me how Damian is not anywhere involved with anything, just because he's consumed with this Aleister Black feud that came out of nowhere. So I just think it's kind of sad for Damian Priest's character. I'd be pissed off if I was him, but. Okay, here's another one. What do you guys think of this one? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Okay, I'll say I enjoy their segments for what it is, but it's not something like I think about after the show ends for sure.
I think about Carmelo Hayes and The Miz all the time.
Okay.
But I think it's kind of funny though how
it's funny, but
The Miz is trying to mentor him, and then for some reason he keeps trying to steal the spotlight and steal the pin and weird shit like that. Vlad, sorry, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I got no opinion on this crap either. No.
Okay, sorry. For the podcast audio listeners, possibly we're talking about The Miz and Carmelo Hayes.
Oh yeah, The Miz and
by the way.
Hayes.
But
no.
okay,
No
next one.
Given.
Next one, we got AJ Styles and El Grande Americano. It's actually AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. This is a spin-off of AJ Styles and the Judgment Day. AJ Styles against Dominic Mysterio. Also, LWO was feuding with Dominic Mysterio, but he kind of spun his feuds off to El Grande Americano. And so now they're feuding with AJ, the Grande Americano family, I guess. I don't know. They're feuding with AJ and Dragon Lee.
Isn't there 3 of them now?
There are 3 Grande Americanos.
There are 3 Grande Americanos. So here's another one, something that relates to El Grande Americano. It's the drama that's happening within Judgment Day because Dominic doesn't want to tell them why he's in cahoots with El Grande Americano. Like, he just doesn't want to share the information with them. So this has caused a real rift, actually, within Judgment Day. We've had many squabbles in the past, but this seems to be, like, the biggest rift that they have, because they told Dominic straight up, like, we're not going to help you anymore. What the fuck is going on? We want to know what's going on with Grande, and since you're not telling us, you're not really being a homie, so fuck you, we're not fucking helping you in your matches, right?
Isn't it that he's one of the Grande Americanos? Isn't that the story they're going with?
They want to know why Grande is doing these things for him. Like, what does he expect in return? You know what I mean? So there's got to be something there, and Dominic's just dancing around it. They also haven't been doing anything with Dominic and Roxanne. At first, I thought they were kind of flirting, and maybe they were going to do something there, but
maybe they're waiting for Liv to
maybe
come back.
Dominic is just acting too stupid. Next one, it's a feud between Alexa and Charlotte against Chelsea and Alba Fire for the WWE Tag Team title. This was an easy title defense for Charlotte and Alexa.
The only thing I'll say about this is I actually like the pairing of this group. I think Charlotte needed it, to be honest. She needed something. She needed a change. And this was good, this was good for her.
I don't get very excited for these segments, though.
No, I that's the only thing I'll say about it. I'm not saying this was like great stuff or anything like that. But as far as just like something for Charlotte to do and maybe get her back in like the swing of things, it could be worse.
All right, next one. We got Julia and Kiana James, and they're feuding with
This I'm not watching.
Meechin
I don't even
and
know what the hell this is. Like, this is actually a segment that aired. I wouldn't...
You got any thoughts on Kiana James and Julia, Robert? Because I think they're kind of...
I don't understand. Well, I guess the only reason why it makes sense, at least for Julia, is because her English is still not that great, so she needs someone to speak on her behalf, I guess. But outside of that, there's...
What are they doing? Like, why do they just, they win a match, and then they'll beat their opponent's ass afterwards for no reason? Like, why are they acting this way?
Because they're heels.
Come on. Okay. All right. I'm going to move on. All right. Next storyline. Bailey and Lyra. Bailey has a split personality now. It was caused by Lyra and
All
her,
right.
you know, the
I
fact that she
do
didn't want to be her
have
friend.
thoughts on this.
Um,
Okay.
I like it, to be honest, but I'm very interested by this. But go ahead, Robert.
So, as this angle, at least like conceptually, I think is not bad. My biggest problem with this, and it's a really big problem for me, is Lyra's acting in this angle. It's horrible. I don't know if she needs to take some acting lessons or
That's pretty
what, but
stunned in
it's
that
like,
in this photo.
Well, yeah, this is
Dude.
one photo though.
I'm sorry, but Lyra's not good.
Not good.
She's like really destroying it. This whole angle for me, how bad her acting is. This is me personally. I don't know how other people feel about it. But, Bailey is doing all right in my opinion. She's fine, but the problem for me is Lyra.
Well, yeah, I think we're in for the long haul on this one because I don't see Bailey recovering anytime soon.
Unless
Exactly. More
AJ
ways
Lee,
than one.
unless AJ Lee decides to be her therapist.
They could do that, I guess. I don't know. There's all kinds of places they could go with this. I actually have been interested in this. I do pay attention to this when it comes on.